I've pushed the start streaming button. I am waiting. I'm watching YouTube patiently to make sure it picks it up. Holy shit! It already picked it up.
I was say, are you going to the right YouTube channel this time?
I am going to the correct YouTube channel, sir. I am on Midday Rush, where I'm a manager.
Okay. Okay. Good. Not to pick on you.
No,
Not
no.
to check on you.
I mean, no. That's fair. I mean,
Nope.
I was a little rushed Friday. I'm gonna say I was a little bit rushed Friday.
Just like how I'm rushed right now because I did not make any Babylon Bee article. I don't have a
Oh
bee
shit!
article.
I don't have anything for B either. Fuck.
Don't worry, I got this. I've done it before. I do it again.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Oh,
Hey, Roma.
What did you do?
Hey.
He's working on.
We're just scrambling.
He's working on Beer Not right now. And the stream is live.
Balls in the air, and they're staying in the air. Damn it! Oh, sorry. Take the D back. We're live.
Oh man, glad to see you guys again.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here is the URL to the live stream.
Sweet.
Beautiful. Copy that. Go into here.
Hey, Roma, what happened to your stream on Rumble? I went to go watch it and it just didn't exist.
Oh, it was it was Rumble. It was something on Rumble's end. Everything on my end was working, but
Rumble is a pain.
Okay.
yeah, I tested it probably about 45 minutes beforehand, and it worked.
Right.
I mean, 4 seconds later, boom, it was on. So then I started a new one, and I had it, and I literally was just sitting there, just waiting to hit go, and I went and hit go, and it just didn't do anything.
Great.
Yeah.
And then I
What
had
the
to reset it a couple
what?
times.
Man, why am I all disheveled? I look completely
Join the club.
Man, this is not okay, bro. This is
It's Monday
not-
Dishevel Day.
It is not okay to be disheveled. It's really not. Why? Why? Can you please work for me? Hi.
No.
Hey, Cole. It is Monday. Yeah.
It's
It's
Monday.
Monday, my dudes. Guys, it is 6 o'clock. Are you guys ready?
Kinda. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this party started. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone, and with me, as always, pushing the buttons, we have our dear Roma Nation.
Happy Monday, y'all. Beginning of the week. Let's start it off with a bang. Let's get it.
In our next chair, we have the homeless man himself, Fluffy Hobo.
I just woke up.
He said I just woke up like this. Flawless. In
Lucky
our next
you.
chair, we have the lovely Elizabeth.
Hello, 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 you guys.
And in our last chair, we have the wise man himself. Hello, good sir Brian. How are you?
Okay, what's up? Just want to remind everyone this YouTube stream this is being streamed live to YouTube. It is being recorded. I have placed a URL to the live stream, and that will also work for the recording, the replay, should you want to watch it later. I say
Recorded on the Midday Rush channel. I
Yes.
am very, very happy to explain and tell everyone. Now, Roma, what is the very, very first article that we here on the Midday Rush are going to cover?
All right. Well, let's.
He said, let's get this party started, and then hopped off stage.
Psych.
That's how I love to do this. That
Trying to
makes
do a
so much
Houdini
sense.
act here. All right.
Yeah.
Let's,
Pulling us.
let's press the
pulling us
correct.
sneaky
button.
on us.
There we go.
Yeah, let's press the correct key. Come on now, let's get this party started.
All right.
We got this.
So,
We got this.
we're all retarded. All right. So this is from ammoland.com. Attorney General asks Supreme Court to overturn AR-15 and magazine bans. The Idaho Attorney General has joined with Attorney General of Indiana and 26 other AGs or legislatures to file an amicus brief on the case of Beavis versus the city of Naperville. On November 22nd, 23, the Court of Appeals of the Seventh Court declined the petition for an injunction pending an appeal to en banc review for it writ of oh my god, a certiorari? Is that the word? To the Supreme Court. On December 20th.
It's like a Latin term. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like Latin and French. Whew. All right. The request for an en banc hearing is denied. On March 8th, 2024, a petition asking for a stay in the proceedings pending a Supreme Court appeals is granted. And the case focuses on whether the state of Illinois has the power to ban an entire class of semi-automatic firearms. Whole class? You can't. Moving on. All right. So this is from the press release of Idaho AG Labrador. Attorney General Raul Labrador of Idaho and Todd Rokita of Indiana led 26 other states in filing a brief with the United States Supreme Court challenging Illinois' unconstitutional ban of AR-15 rifles and their standard 30-round magazines. This ruling from the Seventh Circuit files in the face of the Bruin decision and the Second Amendment's unqualified command, says Attorney General Labrador, to restrict and inanimate object based on nothing more than a cosmetic appearance is absurd, and the Supreme Court needs to make this right with all expediency. The Seventh Circuit's decision in Barnett versus Roe found that Illinois' gun ban constitutional, holding that it plain language of the Second Amendment and the term arms does not apply to AR-15s because of their militaristic appearance. The Seventh Circuit's decision lacks any textual or historical basis. In fact, the arms the Second Amendment originally protected were those used in military combat. The Seventh Circuit analysis bears no resemblance to the analysis prescribed by the Supreme Court of the United States. The brief asks the Supreme Court to grant certiorari and correct the Seventh Circuit erroneous decision, arguing that even apart from having no basis in the text of the Second Amendment, the Seventh Circuit artificial divide between militaristic firearms and firearms used for self-defense is indefensible. Thoughts?
Shall not infringe. Moving on.
Right.
Funny-
I mean,
It's funny
period,
how-
though.
It's completely
Yeah.
funny how the Second Amendment was made in a time where we were at war and it was everybody carried a gun, but it was understood that, you know, the people who used it for the wrong reason got shot. Now it's just, I wouldn't say lawless, you know, guns slinging, but definitely these laws are a little bit too harsh, I would say. The Second Amendment is very, very clear, like Fluffy did say, shall not be infringed. However, I will say that there are some times where it can be infringed in a sense, like in a court of law.
Bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
All right. Okay.
But that's all.
I'm going to lay something down that y'all need to understand.
Go ahead.
The Second Amendment applies explicitly to military grade arms. Okay? Explicitly. A well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia.
Yeah, but like in a court system, in like a court. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
No,
not
no,
sure I understand
agree.
T-Bone's point.
I,
The one place that you shouldn't be able to have a gun is where you're able to like face your accusers.
Oh, you mean any federal building? Which is already outlawed?
Yeah.
Yes. So, like the Militia Act of 1792, it was a law passed by Congress that regulated the state militias and allowed the president to use them in emergencies. So, the act required that every free white male citizen between the ages of 1845 be enrolled in the militia and provide his own weapon and equipment. The act was later amended in 1795 to give the president more authority to call out the militia. So, it was like when they needed us, it's like, get your arms ready. And then now all of a sudden over the years it's like chip away at the thing. We don't need it anymore. It's like actually I would argue we need it more these days.
Actually, and
Absolutely.
that's a really good point, because I was going to bring something up here. The reason for the Second Amendment is to defend against tyranny, domestic and abroad,
Foreign and
foreign and
foreign
domestic,
and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
Foreign and domestic.
right? Look at, I mean, how many other examples of other countries where they disarm their citizens? Where are they now?
Yep.
Yep.
Every single
Australia's not
example.
doing well. Venezuela is under socialism. They don't have any in North Korea, and you know they got their dictatorship.
You can
China,
even
they
go
got
further.
communism. Yeah, I
You
don't
can
think
go
we need to go
further.
further.
No. Look at a first world country. Look at the UK.
First world country like
The
France
UK.
or like the UK. Oh yeah, they like guns so much that not even their police officers have guns. They just have baton sticks. Like, I mean, homie, I don't know what a baton stick is gonna do against a 9mm, but I mean, okay, sure.
You're missing the point here,
Exactly.
T-Bone. If you look at the UK government and how they outlawed guns for anything self-defense wise, what did they have increased of? Slashing. They have a stabbing increase almost.
Oh yeah, they got a
100-fold.
lot of stabbings. That's not good.
Yeah.
People will find a
Clearly.
way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe I'm thinking conservatively when I'm talking about the examples of tyranny, but let's look at the other side. All right, you know, if we are truly safer now than we were, say, 200 years ago, then why every time they pass restrictions do numbers go up?
Right.
You know, so
Well, you're not supposed to look at that, Roma. You're supposed to close your eyes.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on,
that's
boss.
because
Sit together.
La.
The numbers only go up because they include suicide with gun-related victims
Mhm.
or gun-related
Oh no,
shootings.
we're not supposed to know that part either. They're just supposed to go up.
Right.
Yes. So it's almost like
And
they're
we're
going
not
against
supposed-
their own conscription.
We're-
Anyways,
we're not supposed to know how many people or children die from suicide by gun, or people in particular communities. So like that's another big thing. Suicide is not good.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially when they change the law or they change the reporting aspect of anything, any person who or any means of crimes that was like 3 to 7 victims was considered a gang-related incident. Well, now they changed it to just being a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm. It all
That
depends
doesn't
on how
make
they
any
jot
sense,
it down.
but whatever.
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's move on to the AP. FBI
Alright.
tells passengers on the Alaska Airlines flight that lost a panel they might be crime victims. All right, we're revisiting this one. All right, so the FBI has told passengers on the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX that lost a door plug panel in mid-flight that they might be victims of a crime. Quote, I am contacting you because we have identified you as a possible victim of a crime. And this is a victim specialist of the federal agency Seattle office wrote in letters which passengers received this week. This case is currently under investigation by the FBI. The plane was flying at 16,000 feet over Oregon on January 5th when the panel blew out, leaving a gaping hole in the side. The rapid loss of cabin pressure caused oxygen masks to drop from the ceiling, and suction as air rushed from the hole exerted force on people inside the plane. Pilots were able to land safely in Portland, Oregon, and none of the 171 passengers and 6 crew members were seriously injured. Investigators say it appears that 4 bolts used to help secure the panel were missing after a plane was worked on at Boeing factory in Renton, Washington. Published reports and government officials have said this U.S. Justice Department have opened a criminal investigation into whether the panel blew out violated terms of a 2021 settlement that let Boeing avoid prosecution for allegedly misleading regulators who certified the 737 MAX. The settlement followed 2 crashes of Boeing MAX jets in 2018 and 2019 that killed a total of 346 people. Mark Lindquist, a lawyer representing some of the passengers on Alaska Airlines flight in a lawsuit against Boeing, shared the FBI letter with the Associated Press. The notice gave recipients an email, a phone number, a case number, and a personal identification number so they can share questions and concerns. Quote, a criminal investigation can be a lengthy undertaking, and for several reasons we cannot tell you about its progression at this time. A victim of a federal crime is entitled to receive certain services, the letter stated. No shit.
So this would be criminal charges against the airline itself?
That's correct.
Or at
Yep, and
least
then
the
you-
maintenance crew.
Right. Yeah, because I'm like I mean, I guess
Yeah, it
you
wouldn't
are
be the
liable
airline.
if they work under you, but it's
Yeah.
still, yeah. They would
Yeah, I
have
don't think
to
it'd be the
identify.
airline. It wouldn't be the airline. It would be
It
Boeing.
all depends on how the insurance company looks at it. That's it. That's
Right.
really the case. Because I believe, if there's any kind of person who deals with planes in the chat, they can tell us. But I believe every flight has to be inspected by an inspector before it even takes the ground or gets to the tarmac. So it would go to that
You
inspector.
would think so. Yeah.
Somewhere,
Who the heck are expensing these planes today? I'm sorry, Brian. It's like,
I'm gonna add, I've got a friend who is an A&P mechanic, works for one of UPS's subcontractors. Maybe it's a little bit different with those guys, but I know he has to certify. He signs off. He signs his name and his AP license number on every aircraft he touches. It says this aircraft is good to fly.
Right.
so at that signature, it's basically now it's his responsibility.
It's
So
on that
also,
mechanic
like, the
and
attorneys.
it's on the mechanic and his maintenance supervisor. Absolutely.
Right. So like even the attorneys too, like you can, like what did Carrie Lake say? You can indict a sandwich. Like you can
ham
go after
sandwich.
anybody. A ham
Yeah.
sandwich. You could say, okay, this is where I'm gonna build my case. This is where it's whether or not it's gonna get anywhere. So it's
Well,
like you
how
have to
about
figure
how
out the
about
best way to
we
go
have
about it.
somebody? How about we have somebody who actually has some information on it? Good sir, you said you have some information.
Oh yeah. Hey, Chief Caleb.
So I was actually a school bus and fire truck mechanic for a good number of years, and we actually fall under the same guidelines as far as reporting and liability, same federal and state guidelines. So there's a number of hits that are enrolled with this, and it's not just the mechanic; it is the inspector, it is the supervisor. There's like a whole list of people that are responsible, and everybody's head is on the chopping block. There's a list. It's not one person or even a small group of people. It is a significant group of people because there are so many people that have to be accountable for, the safe travel.
Alrighty then.
Well,
That would
thank
make
you
sense.
very much for that information, good sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So essentially, it's understood that all these folks would be liable in any case that happens like this.
There you go.
Right.
All right, let's move on to the Revolver. Motor City Bloodbath. Biden's latest move just cost him Michigan once and for all. Joe Biden might say his Corvette goes vroom, but it looks like his campaign is completely stalled out, not just in the Motor City, but across the whole state of Michigan. President Trump is now cruising ahead with a commanding lead in the Mitten State, and after Biden's recent policy decision, it seems like his chances are hitting a dead end. The Biden regime has proposed new emission standards requiring that 70% of all vehicle sales by 2032 must be electric. Meanwhile, Ford and other car makers are cutting back on failed EV programs. Well, of course, because how are they going to power all of those vehicles with no infrastructure? or maybe that's the point.
So, a little healthy digest here. NewsGuard says Revolver News is a 7.5 out of 100. Are we sure you want to keep this article up here?
Oh, guys, we only look at articles that are 10 out of 10. Come on now, Roma.
I don't know. That
NewsGuard
first
certified.
line of this article had me chuckling, though. The Corvette,
Yeah,
the room.
I mean,
Mhm.
vroom. Now, I will say that Joe
That is
probably
correct.
doesn't know how to drive anymore.
Here, let's see.
But this Michigan thing is probably gonna go well for Trump. I personally think that it might not vote blue. I think it might go red. That's just my prediction.
Yeah,
Right.
and on top of that, when you look at like manufacturers like Ford and Dodge, like they're going to start going under, especially the fact that they're taking out their entire muscle car program. You know, with the Hellcats and
So
the Cobra.
stupid.
Like these have been staples for generations, and
Mhm.
those should be the only, like, if you want to make a, I don't know, a Dodge Dart,
Well,
electric, by all means go right ahead, but well, I don't think anybody
Leave
is
my
gonna be
supercars
purchasing it.
alone.
Exactly.
Right.
There's a reason why those cars are so popular.
I mean,
Why?
GM is still, at least GM's still cranking out LSV8s. So,
Yep.
Exactly. All right, let's see. Joe, let's see. Ford Motors rethinking electric vehicle strategies, including reassessing the need for in-house productions of batteries. CEO Jim Farley said Tuesday. The Detroit automaker previously confirms plans to delay or cut the $12 billion in spending on all-electric vehicles, but the comments made Tuesday are the most detailed about Ford's changing plans of EV sales, which are going at a slower than expected rate.
I've actually got some knowledge to contribute to this. A couple of years ago, down in in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, Ford announced they were going to make this huge. They're going to build a huge EV battery plant down there, right? And it's going to employ so many people. And I tell you what, Sweet Daddy Andy, Governor Beshear, was down there for the groundbreaking. Oh, we're bringing all these jobs to Kentucky. About 8 months ago, they announced that they're cutting back the size and scope of that facility. They're still going to build it. They're still hiring folks for it, but it is not it's not going to be the huge industrial impact. When they first started out, they said this is going to bring directly something like 2,000 jobs. Now they're saying maybe 800. So,
Well, also, I have a buddy of mine who lives in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and he
Mhm.
deals with making parts for the Ford vehicles. And he said Ford came to them and said, we want to resend our contract. And the company he works for said, no. If you're going to resend the contract, you're going to have to pay us, I think he said somewhere around the close to $50 million for breaking the contract.
Whoa.
And then Ford's like, all right, I guess we're going to keep the contract. Because
Right.
They were not paying that money.
Now, I will
Right.
say the
Yeah.
EVs are kind of illogical in a sense because, from my understanding, the EV power you would need to run like an 18-wheeler is more than the factory that produces them, and the energy or the power that you would need to just continuously charge these batteries is ginormous. No, that's not true. No.
Not at all. No, not even close. So you're talking about the facility making the vehicles needing more power than the vehicles themselves. No. My friend. The facilities
No. Not that they need themselves, but when they draw power from the grid, if they were all charged at the same spot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where are you getting that information from?
My head.
Okay. Okay.
Moving on.
Okay.
This This is from the Daily Mail.co.uk.cdn.ampproject.org. Kill them and have no mercy. ISIS releases 90 seconds of horror in 6 selfie films showing terror attack on Moscow's Crotius City Hall that slaughtered 140 people, as U.S. rebuts Putin's claims of a Ukraine link, declaring Ukraine had no involvement. Now, how does the United States know that so quickly?
Sleeper
Right.
cells. Alec, what are sleeper cells?
Baldwin?
That's
Right.
like if you go to a club and your buddy like slaps a girl in the butt and she turns around and your buddy goes, "It wasn't my friend." Like
Like already running interference, like the guy code like comes into play.
oh my goodness. ISIS have released sickening new video showing in graphic detail exactly how 4 of their terrorists slaughtered more than 140 people at concert hall in Mexico. Wow, Moscow.
Ukraine.
The
Oh,
attack
yeah.
was the most violent perpetuated against Russia in years. ISIS tonight claimed adding that attack on Crotius City Hall in the western outskirts of Moscow on Friday night was part of the raging war between the Islamic State and countries fighting Islam. U.S. intelligence officials strongly believe that members of the Islamic State Khorasan province, or ISIS-K, that carried out the attack. Tonight, the U.S. officially rebutted Vladimir Putin's claims that the attacks were carried out on Ukraine's orders. What does ISIS-K have to do with Russia right now?
Like
I know
what?
this
Like
one-
what
I know
would
this one.
motivate
They're paid
them?
to do it.
Ooh,
What?
They're
Right.
paid to do it.
Like-
They're paid.
Easy.
Yeah.
where are they getting the? See, and this is what I don't like. Where is Ukraine getting the money to pay these killers? I hope
I know.
it didn't.
Fluffy.
The Clinton Foundation.
Did everybody pay their taxes?
Nobody
In-
on this
in this
stage is
sit-
suicidal.
We
I'm
can
a very
probably
happy
say
man.
us.
I love my family.
Oh
I would say
God.
if you're gonna take me out, make it look like an accident. Plus,
Okay.
Insurance pays out.
I may delete this video forever.
Oh no, it's stuck on the internet now.
Right.
Just
All
so
right.
you know, this is all for entertainment purposes.
In Minecraft.
As YouTube,
Sure.
just so you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
In Minecraft.
Man, I just realized how many articles.
Why are we talking about
have.
Minecraft?
So the thing that I noticed on there was because I was on some of the Telegram channels, checking out things and the different videos that were being released from Russia. These guys were hired on Telegram, and they were told they were going to be paid like what, $1 million, like 1 million rubles, which is only about 5K US.
What?
They weren't meant to get it. Yeah, they weren't meant to leave. I don't think they were meant to leave. The other images of them are them holding up signs that are, or like flags, like that classic, "Hey, we're a bunch of terrorists" sign with the Arabic writing on it, with their faces all covered. But the problem was they were using their left hands raised, which in the Middle East is not a thing you do, because your left hand is what you wipe your butt with. So there's some Muslims that are actually very offended by this, regardless of it being attributed to terrorists. They're like, there's no real like jihadi is doing that and using it's
Wait,
like
I have a-
Wow.
Glorious Bastards. Remember in Glorious Bastards, they're sitting in the bar room in the bottom of the building, and the guy orders
Yep.
the drinks with the wrong fingers, and then they all get
Mhm.
in the fire into the the firefight, and literally everybody dies. Like that's what this
Mhm.
is.
No,
hmm
I have no idea
Busted.
what you're talking about.
Yep.
Never seen
Oh, well.
Right.
All right, that's
But
Okay.
basically, it's just
all
like
I
a
gotta say.
huge indicator, because if you are part of a certain clan or whatever the heck, you would know like how they position themselves, what they do, and whatever. So like, I guess in like the Third Reich, you wouldn't do it like this. You would do it like this. I could be doing it wrong, But because he did it like this and he was pretending to be a Nazi, the actual Nazis knew right away he wasn't. And they all just
Yeah,
started
because the
killing each
Germans
other.
believe the thumb is part of the power structure.
So
That's why they
does
did
this?
the German 3?
Oh, they
versus
would do
the
it like
American
this. My
3.
bad.
Not to
Okay.
mention,
Yeah.
none of those guys look like they were ISIS.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
mean,
does this mean that like these were fake terrorists?
Maybe.
Like not
Some-
they
some-
weren't
I mean-
terrorists, but like they weren't from ISIS.
Could this have
some
been a
of them
false
were
flag?
known- I think that well, some of these guys had fought in Syria against Russian forces. Some of these guys had fought they were known to be a part of Ukrainian forces. They were Chechen, but they were given Ukrainian pass because they were with the Foreign Legion. Like, there's a whole mix of dudes. If you look on Telegram, it's got their profiles all out there from who they are, where they're from. At least the guys that they've showed us videos of, and the Russians aren't treating these guys very kindly. Just
No,
No.
they're not.
know,
Oh yeah,
kinda gross.
we read yesterday. We read yesterday that they were torturing them.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, let's not get too graphic. This is being streamed live on YouTube.
Yeah, so anyway,
All right.
sources suggest that they're probably not ISIS. I don't care what
Right.
ISIS says.
Man, we got
We'll just leave it at
Crazy.
that.
time
Then.
for a speed run.
I think it is time for a speed run. All right,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
move on to The Gothamist, a nonprofit newsroom powered by WNYC. New York City Mayor Adams cancels trip to southern U.S. border over safety concerns. Well, he didn't have to leave New York to know what was going on down there. Moving on. This is NBC News. Bipartisan spending bill includes effective ban on pride flags all over U.S. embassies. Now, I thought this was already a rule already, so that's a nothing burger. Moving on. This is from Dominion News, formerly known as Fox News. St. Louis teen who was brutally beaten in viral attack is breathing on her own in stable condition, reports. Now, I said this before. The teen that did this should be tried as an adult, and this should be a set example from here on out for what's going to happen if you go through nefarious activities like this. You know, because I'm not sure if it was provoked or whatnot, but this is a really bad look. And if I believe this is the story that I think it is, let me see. This was the girl that slammed the other girl's head on the concrete, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe. And now they're starting
Kaylee.
to go ahead.
No. It's Kaylee. I just seen this and I was just like, since we covered it, I thought it was like good to just see that, you know, they didn't take her off the machine. She didn't pass. She's actually kind of on a semi road to recovery. But that girl still should be made an example of. I absolutely agree, because
Yeah.
that was just barbaric. That was ridiculous.
With
Mhm.
And
Obsessive,
it'll only be, yeah.
Well, there's-
obsessive, obscene, and outrageous.
Yeah, there were two things
I know.
about this story, especially about the two people that were involved. So the teen that was the victim, she was like an honor roll student and never really got in trouble. And the student that attacked her, I guess their community is now trying to turn this into a race thing, like race made this happen and blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
Oh,
that's played out.
obviously.
That is totally played out now. Like, people don't believe that stuff anymore because it's been used so much. You know, even in situations that it wasn't warranted. And this is what happens when when you overplay your hand in this type of situations. So, but anyways, it is
I blame
6.
TikTok.
Yes, TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, some of Telegram, not all of it. All right.
Yep.
I think it's time. I'm going to go ahead and relinquish the stage.
Ooh, it's my turn, isn't it?
It is.
Is it? Is it really?
It
No.
is.
Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Are you ready? It's Monday, which means I get to torture all of you.
Fluffy, take
with
the
the
wheel.
movie or not.
Watch him have like
Fluffy, take
5
the wheel.
examples. Watch him have like 5 like topics. Be like, T-Bone, you're gonna get it wrong. And I'm like, but dude, sir, it's not right. It's not
Are
how we
you
play this.
all ready?
I'm ready.
Here we
Tell
go.
me
Yes.
I'm gonna win.
All right, here we go. Today I got 3 articles.
That was nice of you. Taking it
Yeah.
easy.
Yep. All right.
I am going to recuse myself because I know the answer.
Okay. Tesla must give driver-assisted demonstration with every U.S. sale. The next
Oh,
one
yeah, I have to
is
recuse myself as well.
New York City homeowner arrested for not providing squatters with Wi-Fi password. Vowing the U.S. will do our job. Johnson searches for a path on Ukraine. You are voting for the fake headline.
Huh?
I know you're doing the poll, right, Fluff?
Yep.
There you go.
All right, so you're voting for the fake. You got 3 choices. Tesla must give driver-assisted demonstration with every U.S. sale. New York City homeowner arrested for not providing squatters with Wi-Fi password. Or vowing the U.S. will do our job. Johnson searches for a path on Ukraine. T-Bone, what's the fake headline?
I don't know. I genuinely see. Like people are saying B. Chris is saying B, and Chris is smart. He has a doctorate.
That doesn't mean that someone's smart.
I mean,
How many
he
lawyers do you
does-
see say some really dumb shit?
A Fannie Willis.
There you go.
With the quick draw.
Yep.
Yeah, there's way too many to count these days, unfortunately.
I have a
I mean, come
bachelor's
on,
of
I went-
science, so I know my BS.
I mean, that's right up the alley of. I went to YouTube Technical School YouTube Technical School, and I have a BS degree in it.
Well, I'm from the South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I went to Berkeley, so you already know what I had to deal with.
Well,
All
nobody
right,
got
T-Bone,
that
what's
one.
your answer?
Okay, everybody's saying B.
Yes.
Like everybody's saying B.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna go with B.
All right.
Just because normally I would not go with the crowd, but like
That's not a lie.
I don't
not
know.
True. You're a liar. You
What?
always go with the crowd, T-Bone.
that's not true. I make my own path. That's why I am who I am.
Right. Okay. So, the winner. From the Babylon Bee, New York homeowner arrested for not providing squatters with Wi-Fi password.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Because the crowd.
You know what's crazy? You know
Uh,
what's crazy too? Because I always feel like even though the bee tries to make funnies, like they have their finger on the pulse, so they know how crazy it possibly can get. And I don't see this being too far fetched down the road for like a squatter actually starting to be upset about maybe the water being turned off or not being able to hook up their cable and being able to add that to a suit. Like I wouldn't put it past New York especially.
I just want to point out that this was a Be or Not article from last week, and you got it right without any help last week. Yes, and T-Bone got it right without it.
People to shut up. Don't tell them.
Whoops.
It was Thursday when I wasn't here.
It's like you people think I pay attention. I don't.
We know that. We
Well, you know, I let it roll.
Wonderful news.
Go ahead, T-Bone.
I have
Yeah.
wonderful news.
Floor's yours.
The
What?
wonderful news is tonight on Timcast IRL is none other than Tom Fitton, the president of Judicial Watch. Guys,
Nice.
if you want to get your questions in to talk to Tom, get him in ASAP. All right, Brian, you were saying.
Oh no, I was saying I was going to let it roll just to see if you guessed something differently last week, to see if you remembered it from last week. That's the only reason why I let it roll.
Mhm.
But you won fair and square. You
Disclaimer.
won fair and square. So
Disclaimer: I made the Babylon Bee stuff literally 2 minutes before the show went live.
Mhm.
I had no
Literally.
time today.
He did. He totally did.
yeah.
Guys, are you guys ready to see some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful photos?
Okay, so while I was setting up
It's just one wonderful photo.
the stream, I noticed that YouTube asked a question: does this stream include any artificially generated content? And I'm like, well, shit, I have to answer yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
What?
Hey, can someone capture that and put it up on the stage so I can show the YouTube audience, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
It's I don't even want to say it.
Nice.
I don't even want to say it.
You know, this actually made Hunter look way more put together than he's supposed to look.
That's not Hunter. That's Jeffrey Epstein.
That's Jeffrey.
Oh.
Epstein. That's not Hunter.
I mean, I can see how they'd be confused with one another, but whew.
Well, yeah, but not in, in looks,
Far
not at
Cry
all.
Series, this actually would make a wonderful game.
You know how many
This
people
would be one
probably
of
would
the
buy this?
Best games in the world. Surviving
wouldn't.
Epstein Island.
No, it wouldn't because they're. It wouldn't be nice.
No, this would be the best game ever. I'm not even joking. Because it's like literally survive Epstein Island, and you got a pedophile chasing you constantly, with waves
No,
of waves of
it's-
CIA agents coming
No,
after you.
You not only have Jeffrey, but you also have the smart guy. What's his name? He's in a wheelchair.
Stephen
Yeah,
Hawking.
yeah. Stephen
that
Hawking.
guy.
This guy.
You just have his robot voice. Take me to your leader.
I can see it now over the robot, over the comms when you're trying to assault a base, and it just be like, intruder, intruder.
Oh
Okay,
my
guys.
gosh.
So
Oh,
this is a
man.
game called Caption This, where I give you a picture, you give me the caption. Guys, this is the picture. Give me the caption. I mean, it's just a funny picture. I mean,
I have no caption for this. This photo can stand on its own and be just fine. This photo can legitimately stand on its own.
It speaks for itself.
Okay, Kyle High.
Only,
No,
only game where where you
the
can read-
only one problem with that, Kyle. It should be the only game where the final boss doesn't kill himself.
yeah.
yeah,
That's where
because
you
he
have
didn't
multiple
kill
endings.
himself. Jeffrey Epstein did
Mhm.
not kill himself. There's no way this man killed himself. He was like taller than his bed. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The gravity doesn't work like that. Sorry.
Yeah, actually, because I am going to give this one a -20, a 1. I'm giving this a 1. You get a 1, Kyle. You get a 1.
Oh, I thought you were giving the picture a 1. I'm just like, dude, I thought that's a really good picture, man.
No, picture's great. I'm giving Kyle High's
Oh, okay.
caption a
Oh.
1. The final boss did not kill himself in this game.
But that's
Proceeds
where-
to go to Tim Ballard. Ah, that's a good one. No, that's a good one.
So, with all Far Cry series, there's always a multiple ending. So in this game, it's possible he did.
Oh,
So, Far Cry 7, Escape from Epstein Isle. See, okay, that's what we got to do for this picture. We have to do. See, the name of the game is Far Cry 7. However, we have to get the subtitle for this game. That's how we're playing this game today. What is the subtitle for this game? Far Cry 7:
Well, then
Revenge
I got
of
that
the
one.
Clintons. That's a good one. Far Cry 7: Revenge of the Clintons.
It's just a chastity belt cheat code is Pence.
Hours of fun. The only
Ooh.
certainty is
Yeah.
you
Hey,
want
Chris.
to wait. Is
Th-
YouTube-
that is an awesome cheat code getting around the shit that.
Yep. Yes, it is. Just screenshot what Discord doesn't like and post it as a picture. Yeah. Censor this,
Yep.
dicks.
I mean, hell, I think this one deserves to win just for the fucking ingenuity of letting us know what it was. Lee, get on this. Hours of fun. The only certainty is you too won't kill yourself.
Lee says proceeds to go to Tim Ballard. I mean, like, featuring the real voice of Epstein. Oh no.
The sequel to Small Cry 6, The Neverland Ranch. Crimson.
Ooh. All right, Crimson, you got it from me. Oh, that's
a
a
good
good
one.
one.
That's a good one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's
That is
messed up.
good.
It's just the right amount of messed up.
It's I love it.
I'm not even.
But
gonna
we've got
bother.
some-
I was trying to come up with something, but that's good.
Guys, we got some contenders. We might need a poll.
We might need a poll.
We might need a poll. Revenge of the Clintons, Epstein's Ascension. Honestly, Chris, the one Discord wouldn't let you post was funnier.
Yeah, no, it was. I still can't believe Biddy thought it was Hunter. That
I
has to be
know.
the funniest part. Biddy, it's.
I had my Diz moment, but yeah, I guess it's because they both behave similarly in the
I
world.
mean, I knew that was Hawking. Maybe that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
off.
And that should have helped me to know who was sitting in the chair, but it didn't help.
It happens. It happens. All profits to be donated to stopping child trafficking. What?
Jeez.
Oh, that's the name of the game, or that's the slogan.
That's
Oh,
like the
funny.
sub slogan. Mm-hmm.
The disclaimer at
messed
the
up.
bottom. All profits.
Hunter's latest rehab miracle. Chris, you gotta stop, man.
Far Cry 7, nothing left on the table, nobody left alive. Jeez.
Oh man. All right, so
All
what
right,
do
we gotta
got here?
pick one. We gotta pick one. We 100% have to pick one. These are
All right,
these
so,
are good.
Crap.
What's crap say?
Vacation to Penn Island.
Penn Island. Who's Penn Island?
Jesus.
Tale
You
of two men who couldn't tie a knot.
Oh my God, y'all are trying to break the Brian today.
Brian, we know you're on like at least 2 Brians right now. And I still can't
Alright,
believe I even know what one Brian is.
All right, so here, I'm going to give you the first one, Fluffy, all right?
Alrighty. Yeah.
All right, so the first one, let's see. We're going to go with the top 3. First one is yours truly, Revenge of the Clintons.
Okay.
All right, next one is the sequel, Small Cry 6, The Neverland Ranch.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the third best is The Tale of Two Men Who Couldn't Tie a Knot. Oh, this is...
Listen, Chris's banned comment needs to get honorable mention here. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh, the band. You know what? You
Alrighty.
could change it to say unalive yourself, and it probably will let you.
Not as funny.
So am I adding it or not?
Oh.
Nope, just honorable
doesn't-
mention? Okay, works for me.
Yeah, it doesn't have any 20s. Yeah.
Alrighty, 1 minute to vote. Here we go. Poll is up.
Don't.
Because I am involved in this, I will recuse myself from voting.
Wait, what happened? Can I help?
Yeah, vote in the poll. Which one's your favorite?
Poll's already live.
Yep.
The one that's my favorite is the one that Chris made because it's Chris.
That's not how this works, T-Bone.
Okay.
Yeah, baby barbecue, trying to be
Sorry.
dictator of
Baby
caption
barbecue.
this. This is a
Hey,
democracy,
I
sir.
don't
Change your name back.
I don't have the name anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dictator in hiding.
I am not a dictator in hiding. See, I really do like Revenge of the Clintons
Six,
because like it is funny.
5.
However, that one.
Ah, damn it. We got another tie.
We have another.
Is so
We have
crazy.
another tie.
We've got another fucking tie.
That's my fault.
Wow.
That's T-Bone's fault.
No tie. No tie.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Oh wait, that's the one I wanted. Haha.
Wait.
Looks like C's the winner.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Wow.
the tale of two men who couldn't tie a knot. Oh my goodness.
Guys, that is wonderful. Do we want to do some more articles? Are there any more in the dump? Because I kind of want to do an article. I'm not gonna lie.
There's stuff in there.
All right. You want me to run through
Fluffy,
them?
you want
Speed
to
run them?
eat some more? Yeah, you want to
Speed
eat some
run.
more?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, let's destroy leftovers. Here we go. We did this one from The Guardian. World's largest oil company is way off track on emissions goal. Reports find. In recent years, virtually all the world's largest oil companies have made splashy climate pledges, but when it comes to actual slashing emissions, those firms are way off track, and a new report found. The carbon tracker assessed the production and transition plans of the 25 world's largest oil and gas companies. None of them align with the central goal of the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement. All right, that's cool. SCNR.com. Hunter Biden was a CIA asset in Ukraine. That's why he's untouchable, former State Department official says.
It all makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
Hunter has been subjected to multiple investigations into alleged improper business dealings, including by the House Oversight Committee, which held a hearing this week entitled Influence Peddling, examining Joe Biden's abuse of public office. This investigation by the special counsel David Weiss, Hunter was last indicted last September in connection with firearms-related charges. He was not charged in connection with any overseas business dealings, and his father or other members of the family who is alleged to have taken part in the schemes. All right, CNN.com. Biden tries to turn the tables on Trump's use of classic political attack line. Joe Biden opened a new line of attack against his former president, Donald Trump, last week, flipping the script on the classic Reagan era. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? The question to remind voters of life during his predecessor's tenure. And, may I add, Trump's 3 years are better than Biden's 4 years by far. Moving on.
Yeah.
Chicago Board of Elections adds over 10,000 votes that mistakenly left out to unofficial count in state attorney's race. The gap of the race between Cook County's state attorneys has narrowed even more. The Chicago Board of Elections added more than 10,000 votes to its total count on Saturday, as its director of public information says he mistakenly left out some vote-by-mail ballots. The unofficial count now stands at 368,990 ballots, passed after 10,659 additional votes were added, bringing the citywide turnout to 24.44%. There are 1.5 million active registered voters. By the way, this is 90 out of 100. Calm down, YouTube. CNN.com. Poland demands explanation after accusing Russia of violating its airspace. Russia buzzed a missile over Poland's airspace. That's all that happened. UN Security Council passes resolution demanding immediate Hamas-Israel war ceasefire, release the hostages. Not going to happen because Israel is bloodthirsty. All right, moving on. California fast food chain /workers a $20 an hour minimum wage looms. I hope you like self-checkout kiosks because that's what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. We all knew that
This
was coming.
extremely rare neurological condition makes faces appear distorted or like a demon. This is 100 out of 100, and I can't believe I didn't see this one. One winter, I'm not even gonna read this fluff piece here. Come on now, where'd it go? PMO symptoms differ greatly from person to person. Faces may appear droopy, discolored, oddly textured. Specific features may seem to have moved to different parts of the face. When looking into a mirror, a patient's own visage might seem deformed. So while the digitally edited images represent what Shahara sees when he looks into a human face, they may not match what other people with PMO experience. So it's a neurological disorder. Got it.
Yeah. That's freaking
That's
creepy.
probably the case of where that lady on the what's it called?
That
Airplane
isn't
says
real.
that motherfucker's not real. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably where this
Mhm.
came from.
Yep.
Trump bond reduced to 1.75 or 175 million in New York fraud case, delaying the Atisa James move to seize his assets. We all know about this. Tim
Now,
covered this
Tim,
earlier.
Tim said earlier that Trump may just wait the 10 days, may just wait it out and see what happens. That may happen. I don't know.
Right. Okay, Brian, what's your
Possible.
comments?
I think the California fast food thing is going to be something Tim's going to talk about tonight.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your prediction?
Prediction?
That's my prediction.
Yeah.
That's my that's my called it vote. Yeah.
There's at least always one article that Tim usually normally gets from us, which
Or we get the same article, probably more
yeah, we
accurate.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
If I have to guess, I'm going to guess the lead is where is it? This one. Biden turns the tables on Trump use a classic political attack line. He's going to find two different articles saying the same thing, and he's going to lead with it.
Probably.
It's either that or World War III.
Yeah.
Or Civil War?
Guys, it's not Civil War anymore. It's World War III. I mean,
It's called Internal Revolution.
internal revolution. Well,
Yeah.
what will actually
Since the
happen?
Democrats
first,
like to
because-
rename stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Undocumented citizens? No. Internal Revolution. Civil War. There you go.
Okay. Well, guys, we have a couple minutes left. Guys, if you did not hear me earlier, the guy who will be on Timcast IRL tonight is Tom Fitton. He is the president of Judicial Watch. And guys, get your questions in because you have the chance or the ability to talk to Tom tonight and Tim.
Nice.
So, guys,
Yep.
what other shills would we like to do today?
Romanation Saturdays.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
on a
I popped in this
Rumble.
past Friday, Roma. Great show, wonderful.
very much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know we had some technical difficulties with Rumble. That's not going to happen again. So,
Never.
yeah, we will be ready.
You know, it happens in the
Saturday.
first one.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, because you really can't try to, you really can't like practice that, because you'll go live. You know, so it's like
Yeah.
when you actually try to do it, it becomes like a thing that you realize, okay, this is what they're gonna try and do when I try to go live, so I have to do a workaround. Oh, it'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly.
I just
we'll
like
be
to-
ready this weekend, Saturday, 10 p.m.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturdays
I'm
at 2.
sorry, I did not get to watch your relationship,
The relationship.
show. It was
Oh, it's
it was a
okay.
little past my bedtime. That's all we.
Some of us
It's
Uh,
okay.
Also, Saturday afternoons at 2 p.m. Catch the Leftover Show. Although I don't think,
Hey,
because Fluffy is a greedy bastard. He does not like to leave us very many leftovers, but we always manage to scour a few. And we also, you see the flip side of the bee. So we'll talk about the real stories that we just. That's what we do on Saturday afternoons. Biddy, your relationship show
and
has
don't
been
forget-
mentioned.
Don't forget the new thing. The new thing with the caption this photos.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're supposed to.
Oh, yeah. We're supposed to work that in.
It's fine. Yeah.
I actually forgot about that, but that was like a really great idea.
Okay, so
We were supposed to like go
Yeah.
over the
Y-
one for the
yeah.
week.
Roma,
Mhm.
Roma just thought of it one day. It's okay. It's a great idea. It's
Mhm.
cool.
yeah. All right.
Well, guys,
That's all I got.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else that oh, the pre-tard cast coming up right after us.
Yeah, I see Chris is already on the stage, eagerly waiting to take the reins.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yes.
he is, guys.
And Florida
Guys,
Man
that
Mondays
is the
tonight. That was
photo.
my favorite.
Oh yes,
The tale
Florida
of
Man
Florida.
Monday. With yours
Well,
truly
guys,
and
it is
Slick.
time. What?
I was gonna say, if anything else, if you guys are interested in watching a bunch of retards play Helldivers, Fluffy Hobo Show on Twitch.
Nice.
Hey.
There you go. Shill yo shit.
Last time we were talking about different sauces which are best to perform a sexual act with. So yeah, if you're
Oh, wow.
dog shit humor, check it out.
All right. Well, on that note, guys, thank you very, very much for listening in to our very own Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone. That is the lovely Elizabethy, the boss, Roma Nation, the homeless man of Fluffy Hobo, and the wise man himself, Brian. Brian, please end us out, good sir.
All right, everybody, you know the deal. Get off my lawn. Stay on the sidewalk because the pre-tart cast comes up now.